am Adolfo Ramirez, and this is the Antifragile Writing Workshop. Let me show you a little bit how we redesigned all the syllabus for the new Antifragile Writing Workshop. We are now on Maven, and we have a lot of new exercises, new writing prompts, very good visuals, frameworks, and a lot of lessons where we produce very specific artifacts in order to improve your writing, your note-taking, your writing, and writing as thinking, so to think better with your writing. So let me show you. This is the new syllabus. The new syllabus composed in 5 sessions. Each session has 2 lessons, so we work in the live sessions of 2 hours for 2 hours. Each hour approximately we work with one of the lessons. For example, in the first lesson we check why do we need antifragility. We talk about this interesting concept, antifragility, that it has been developed by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, and it's very interesting because we usually talk about things that are fragile or robust, and something that is resilient is something that can come to the previous state that it was before a stressor, a shock, a crisis. But we usually don't talk about the opposite, things that can grow again with the stressor, with the crisis, with the shock. Things that are the opposite to fragile are antifragile. So, for example, your muscles, your bones, your body, if you stress enough, your muscles grow, your bones get stronger. If you don't apply any kind of stressors and you stay all day on bed, your muscles and your bones are going to become fragile. They are going to be weak. But if you apply the right kind of stressors, your muscles, your bones are going to get better with this kind of exercise, for example. So we try to find the way to change things, systems, artifacts, in order to make them more antifragile. That's the main idea with this interesting concept. So we apply the antifragile ideas, antifragile heuristics to note-taking and thinking and writing, and try to make our writing, our note-taking antifragile, making robust and even antifragile. We see antifragile writing system that consists in improving your writing process with some stressors, healthy stressors, that can help you produce more chaos. We start on the basis that chaos is good for your creativity, is good for your productivity, it's better to work with chaos. And we have then very good apps or systems that we can use to make sense of the chaos that we produce. Why do we need personal knowledge management apps or tools of thoughts, however you want to call them, like Chrome Research, like Logseq, Obsidian, Tinderbox, Evernote, Mem, Athens, or maybe in Notion? All these kind of apps help us to make sense of this order. You don't have to keep an order when you are not taking, or when you are writing, when you are free writing, or when you are free thinking, because we can make sense of all those later. This course is against overstructured workflows. Workflows or systems that try to make you keep a rigid structure, and usually you can keep that structure. You break your chain and you start writing in a very disorderly and messy way. So we try to modify that. In the second session, we see how stressors, instead of be against us or be our enemy, can be our friend, and we can work with them to be more creative and productive. We try to look for the right kind of stressors. Every person is different. Every of us work different with different kind of stressors. We need healthy stressors to identify them, to use them, to optimize them, to systematize them, to help us work better with our note-taking and writing. And in the second lesson for this session, we see the golden rules of personal knowledge management apps. We try to be precise in what kind of things help you to work better with them, not over-structured systems of workflows, but very specific ideas that you can use immediately. The SMAC framework, which means stressing, the first part, mining, makes sense of all the things that we produce, then assembling, and finally creating a very good article, or creating content, or even creating knowledge inside your the same personal knowledge management app, and start again with the process. In the third session, we see the heuristics of antifragile writing. We usually work with heuristics because if you work with a system or a framework that is very sophisticated, very complex, you are not going to accomplish anything. The idea is have very simple rules of thumb, heuristics, that you can apply in different contexts to write better notes and to think better with your writing. We see some tools, for example, Aphorism, how we can write in a more condensed form, trying or bringing as example Nietzsche. We go to the fourth session to look for other two very interesting tools, the power of variations. We see the example of Leonardo da Vinci, the writing of Leonardo da Vinci, not the painting, and we see how he worked with variations in the looking for expression, and we can do the same. Euclid, it's a very interesting example of how we can move ideas that we already have and we can make them better, trying to creating sequences. It's a very interesting way of how something that we already know, we can explain it and make it better and extend our knowledge. And in the final session, we see two interesting tools. The power of rhizomatic growing. We have very interesting writing prompts here. I like to call them algorithms for thought, because if you use these writing prompts, you really can get new ideas. It's very interesting. You have to try it. And we see in deep in the final session, we try to recall all the things that we learn for the SMAC framework: stressing, mining, assembling, and creating knowledge. This is it, basically the new syllabus for the Antifragile writing workshop. As I said, we are on Maven now, so you can go to check in antifragilewriting.com or maven.com and look for the Antifragile writing workshop and see the options you have. The best of all is that you can apply to the course. You don't have to pay, you can apply, and after you apply, I can contact you personally. We can have contact by email, or we can have a video call and check if this course is for you. We can even have a little brief consultants session about your note-taking, writing. Maybe I can give you a couple of ideas only by applying. That's free, you don't have to pay. And if the course is for you, of course, you can be accepted and go with it in the next cohort. So this is it. I hope you can check it. Thank you very much.